Hans Lanesh, the Ramen Raider guy. Hans Lanesh, the Ramen Raider guy. Hans Lanesh, the Ramen Raider guy.
All right, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your noodles, should you choose. This is an interesting one that I found at a local supermarket a couple days ago. This is Wicked Foods Spicy Coconut and Rice Noodles. And I think it says it's actually made in the UK. And it's for Wicked Foods, which is located in Minnesota. But it looks to be a rice noodle, spicy coconut and rice. But it only has one pepper. You'll see there, it has their heat gauge. But yeah, 4 minutes, a lot of seasoning. Look at that. That's crazy business. So let's fill it up to their line. Ooh, right there. Then it says to stir it. This could either be like great or absolute failure. I really don't know. I always want the noodles that I review to be 5-star, but it doesn't always happen that way. And it'll either be good or it won't. It says to stir it before anything, and by stir it, I'm going to take that meaning stir the heck out of it, because you don't want it to all end up on the bottom in a gooey funk mess. So I try to avoid the gooey funk mess at all times. Okay, because it mentions stirring thoroughly. So there we are, we've thoroughly stirred, and what do we got, 4 minutes? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So I want to know, do you guys like the whole Kermit thing or not? I'm okay if you don't. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I didn't really. I think I learned that I could actually make that voice semi good, reading stories to my kids. And then I was thinking, like, who else is there? Well, let's see. There's Kermit the Frog, and then there's Ernie, who's basically, he just adds in the oh, hey Bert, you know. And then there's the guy, he wears like a fedora, he's got a mustache, and his head is blue. And I have to like listen to him, but once I listen to him for a few minutes and try doing it, I can do him pretty well. It's like waiter, there's a fly in my... No, he's not like that, but it's the same guy. I'm pretty sure it's Frank Oz, and like pretty much most things that I've seen that he's done, that he's definitely doing the voiceovers on, they're just all contortions of Kermit. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, very interesting. I've always thought that it'd be a lot of fun to be a voice characterization professional, you know. I remember one of the first books that I read and I had to do a book report on was about Mel Blanc, the guy who voiced a ton of Warner Brothers characters, including Bugs Bunny. He absolutely hated carrots, but just to get the correct effect, he would chew up carrots, and then they would edit out when he spit them into a bucket. And there were certain cartoons where he just had to like constantly just keep spitting out carrots and doing retakes and all this stuff. Thought that was pretty neat. He did a lot of characters, but I really don't know how you would even get into that. I know there's like my buddy Matt, he uses a guy to do spoken word versions of his books and short stories. And it's this British guy, and he's got a great voice, but he's got to pay him to do it. But it's like, hey, I could do that. I could. You know, if somebody needed something to sound like Ernie or Kermit the Frog, but I don't know that there's much call for that. But I don't know. I'm a little confused about it. Yeah. It's like the back of your throat. You just kind of like gotta pull it back and forward. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting a little crazier as the years go by, but that's okay. So over there on the screen, it looks like they're chitter-chattering again in the House of Representatives, and eventually there'll be a little thing on the left that has a bunch of bars on it, and those are all the people that have been nominated and gotten votes. So one thing's for certain, every single one of those last 12 votes, the Democrats are like have absolute consensus. They're voting for this guy Hakeem Jeffries, who's going to replace what's her name, Nancy Pelosi. They all back him. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. They've got a few holdouts. There's this guy named Gates who voted for Trump yesterday. There's a guy, but they had some big flips. The Freedom Caucus is the bulk of these people that are dissenting, and they just in the last vote got the chair of the Freedom Caucus to vote for Kevin McCarthy. So that being said, I would not be extremely surprised if it does go through for McCarthy. But he had to do some wheeling and dealing. So like in this stage of the game, what they're doing is like going, okay, well, I will make sure that you are on this committee, or you can be on that committee, or blah, blah, blah. One of them had to do with being able to vote, like make a vote to like kick out the majority leader, with like one person could say, I think we should kick him out. So I won't be surprised if every day somebody goes and tries to kick him out. They've got those two for sure, Boebert and Gates. They're going to be holdouts for the rest of eternity. But now it's shrinking. We might be able to actually get a House Majority Leader by the end of this week, by the end of today. But God, what a clown show. Let's take a look. There's some kind of kerfuffle outside. I heard a fire vehicle, maybe an ambulance. But yeah, here's our noodle. It's a rice noodle. It's flat. It's broad. Decent texture. Very hot. The broth, wow. I gotta say, let's give this more of a stir. The broth is very thick, which is very standard for British varieties. It's more of a sauce. There's our sousy broth. Spicy coconut and rice noodles. I'm really not getting that. I'm getting more of a lightly tangy, kind of not at all spicy kind of thing. Yeah, maybe a little, but it's not what I would go like, hey, that's what that tastes like, which is a problem for me, because if somebody's saying, hey, this is chicken flavor and it tastes like maple syrup, yeah, that I don't care for. My scoring really does not have any scientific method. It's based on whether I like something or not, and I like things that are what they say they are, if that makes sense. Oh my God, look at this. All right, that went pretty well. There's those two. We've gotten 2 done. Wow. I'm impressed. This one, I believe, the last one was only 70 calories. I'm sure this one is pretty low cal, right? It says $2.50 for the whole thing. And it's very, what's the word? Thick. There's a little bit of crushed red pepper. And I want to tell you, I've been eating a lot of buttered chicken and like Indian simmer sauce and infused things lately for dinner. So I usually have some coriander on site, and there it is, which I'll be using for the next one as well. But here, why don't you watch this thing spin around, as that's all you have to do right now. You don't have any important things to do. Just watch it spin around, get a little hypnotized, I think. All right, well, there goes that freaking light again. Anyways, the next one is from Indonesia, from a company called Suprama. They make burung dara, that range of product. And this is a new one. This is urai, and this is a corn noodle. And I've tried one of their corn noodles before. They've got another brand, I believe it's called Doroku, and it was pretty good. So yeah, and you know what? I can't stand this. I gotta turn off the stupid light. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's off. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna do something Indonesian next. So this has been Hans the Ramen Noodle, wishing you enjoyment of your noodles each and every day. Please have a good one. Bye-bye.